手，期天雨纷纷，也顺就当作。你甘伊流也流光，风雨不定，因也理想，愿好成百个，思千顷残阳。
Alright. I decided I was going to put just random like Arknights music playlist when I was setting up the stream. I think it's an improvement over just having silence or anything like that. I will kind of cover some of the stuff that's different today. So I finally got one of the things that was the goal for the account. We're a little shy of having them built to where I wanted, but we got ourselves a gummy. She's skill level 7. We have no trust on her whatsoever. I haven't even used her on this account yet. I'm actually just going to put these 5 levels on her immediately. Since she is a tank and all of her stats are going to matter. We're going to need hit points. We're going to need attack for her healing. We're going to need as much defense as we can get. and we're going to need her trust. Bonuses for her to really become like valuable, but that wasn't something that I was going to wait on. She was pretty much an immediate build. One of the big things we're missing. We still need DP. That's still our biggest weakness. We need a Vigna because I don't want to have to further invest in Plume, but I will if I have to. Actually, that's probably not true. I probably won't. If I get to the point where I have to invest in Plume, what I'm going to do is just build a Scavenger and hope I don't regret it. Which, yeah, whatever, I will. We are going to build a Lumen eventually, but not right away. I think Gummy will shore up our healing a good amount in conjunction with Ansel. I have to make a critical decision if I'm going to give Ansel his last 10 levels or not. I don't think it hurts much if I do. Let's see what the cost is. It's about a day and a half of XP. So it's not nothing for where we're at on this account. If it were my main, it'd be like slightly less than a day, and that would be much more of a non-issue. But yeah, a day and a half of XP for him. And Lumen is probably, to build to a comparable state, 4 days, 3 or 4 days. I mean, let's find out what he is for, let's find out what he is just for E1. Oh, I did do his initial skills, so there's that. But for E1, we need 2 chips. That's not too bad, because I had to farm chips for Gummy, and that was Defender and Healer. So that's... Oh, shit, I didn't want to back out that far. That's not too bad, and the XP is... So that's a day. Maybe it's 3 days, 3 days of XP. That really puts into question if I do... we might skip those 10 levels on Ansel and just put levels in Gummy and raise him. We're also going to get... what's his name? The Liberator from Chen's event, Tequila. And we are definitely going to build him. We're going to build a Tequila. There's not even a question about it. Because he will be very useful for a lot of things. And I also, he's good for Rick skills if we ever get a Chimere on this account. And that, I guess a lot of that depends on how long we're going to play this account for. At any rate, enough of that. I'd have to spend a little bit of my credits. 21. Buy these. So, I wasn't going to start off right away with Babel. We will do... Do I want to get... I guess we will. We'll go straight for Des Soles, I think. And go for stage 5 on this. And we'll want to get him to max, but we're not going to worry about that right away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does that resize the screen? Do I have all of these already? Oh, I guess they give us all of them. We don't have to farm for these. Oh, that's huge. What are the good ones? I don't remember. It's not that. Is it this one? Coding application? No, that's better. What are the good ones? I don't remember. Oh no! There were definitely ones that I used a lot. Caster, Sniper, Supporter, plus 200 attack. Sure. No. There was one that made you, was it this one? Yeah. I think that's what we want. Alright. Alright, we're ready for the training. Yeah. I think we'll be good. Who needs corrosion damage? Not losing strength at all. And every time I have to click on a text thing, it's like it goes back to 1 speed. Oh shit! I have to deploy people. Ah! I might have fucked up. I should have been paying attention. Alright. Can we get into the event now? There we go. I don't think this will be too hard. I'll actually leave him in there. I think I have Lava in my party still. She's probably who I'm gonna replace. She's probably who I'm gonna replace our whatchamacallit with. I wish we had that tile to put this thing on. I'll go with that. That's fine. I don't have much commentary for these early stages on this event. Maybe it's because I don't remember it very well. I mean, this was one of the first events that I did where my account started feeling like I was, how shall I say, at a level where no event would really be a barrier anymore. Actually, some useful materials. 2 lanes now. We'll do a Lapland up here and maybe like a Lisgarm and a Mouse on the other side. Ah, we got invisible bastards. I actually don't think we need to deploy anything else, but it'll be nice to have some more DPS down here. Faux show. Maybe I'll do that. What's her defense? 100. Yeah, they're kind of hurting me. Versus 400. Oh, because I have the yeah, the bonus. I might do more damage if I do the plus 200 attack to ranged because of Arketo and Cruise, and keep the defense on the ground guys. I'm not sure. Okay.
備えは万全です。視界良好。弦の
He's
振
going
動を
this
感
way,
じて
right?
ここからはスースの戦いです。弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。わかりました。弦の振動を感じて。ドクター、私はここに。弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
Pretty sure that'll win us the stage.
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
Ooh.
そうだ。弦の振動を感じて。ドクター、この声は泣いている。早く。早く。福音が指先に熱い。
This is the end, right? Yeah, it's the end.
よかったわね、ドクター君。
All right. Is this where we start getting the explodey boats? So we're gonna do... We're gonna do like a Lapland Liskarm, maybe Mouse setup again. We'll have Ansel back here. And I wonder if I'll put like a lava or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out for the rest of it. I could do Perfumer back here. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Oh fuck. Alright. I think we'll be alright. Because this should be probably the last wave.
獲物を見つけました。ほら頑張れ。もうちょっとで僕に勝てるかもしれないよ。はい、皆さんも私のことを信じてくれてますから。弓を引いて狙いを定めて。
Easy.
放つ。
So one more stage,
クリア。
and we will have our boy. Although we won't be able to build him just yet. Ugh, 4 lanes. Actually 4 lanes.
Minna, くれぐれも安全にね。各自配置につけ。獲物を見つけました。福音が指先に集ま。
Disconnected. Are we disconnected? I don't see anything. Are we back? I didn't even see the studio say we lost anything. It said excellent the whole time. Crazy. Well.
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。貫く。
We are getting crunched hard. Can we not do this yet? I don't have the DP for 2 deployments down here. Yeah, we're getting crunched. I might have to come back to this. That's unfortunate. Fang, you keep letting me down. We definitely need stronger vanguards. Oh, man. We weren't going to build him right away anyways. How much? 37? Yeah, I don't think so. I can try theory crafting BB6. We're gonna get rid of lava for Gummy. So Gummy should be able to stall the 2 guys that come.
リラックスしてていいからね。各自配置につけ。聞いてる方向だよ。みんな私に続け。了解しました。ここにいたのね。怖くはないわ。みんな私に続け。
Yeah. We need a different deployment order though. Let's see if we have enough time to get a cutter out first. What the hell was that? I don't see anything.
リラックスしてていいからね。 聞いてるここだよ。みんな私に続け。分かった。私の目を見て。ここだよ。貫く。いくらでも待つよ。分かった。振り返るな。これが戦場というものね。ここだよ。獲物を見つけました。あなたの考えはお見通しですよ。みんな私に続け。福音が指先に集まる。
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Why did those guys hit so goddamn hard? I'm still getting DP crunched. Ah! Fucking DP! So I need to not deploy her next. I need to deploy something to deal with them. I mean, I could put a gummy there, because she'll hit...
私は大丈夫です。皆さん、しっかりしてください。
I hate optimization. I hate it so much. We're gonna move her down one too, so that she can help on the DPS. So we're running into pretty much absolutely mandatory deployment order here. That.
みんな私に続け。これが戦場というものね。ここにいたのね。みんな私に続け。出遅れたね。ここだよ。ドクター、私はここに。主の祝福があらんことを貫く。おいしいもの食べよう。悪くない位置取りだね。ここにいたのね。みんな私に続け。弦の振動。こういう香りは好き？いくらでも待つよ。福音が指先に集まる。
No, we can't do that.
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。弦の振動を感じて。 ドクター、皆さんが私のことを信じてくれてますから。
Fuck. Oh my god. I hate this stage. I hate this stage so much. It's fucking bullshit. And it's lies. Fucking lies. E1 level 50. I want to see the assholes that designed this stage do this with E1 50s. It was probably E150, all 6 stars. Max trust, skill level 7. The crazy thing is we're like freakishly close. But it's like our levels aren't high enough to have any wiggle room at all. I can take one Lancer and not at full speed, you know. We are so close to the edge. It's freaky. So I have an idea. And then that. And we're gonna retreat her. I'm gonna do that. Holy shit, dude, they still hit so hard. Is this isn't supposed to go through the chain, right? Yeah, it does. Wait, does this still go through the chain? It does! I thought the chain was supposed to block these. Alright, I need to retreat someone. Because I'm going to have to do a chain this way. It's probably going to have to be her. God damn, dude. They do way too fucking much damage when they're not... Like, even when they're not being fucking blocked by anything. Holy shit, we fucking beat it. I don't know if I can repeat this, though. That's fucking absurd! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Alright, we're gonna give that a try. This seems sketch as hell. But, I can't believe we finally got this shit.
くれぐれも安全にね。聞いてる。狙って
貫く。悪くない位置取りだね。
ここにいたのね。
みんな私に続け。
怖くはないわ。ここだよ。あなたの考えはお見通しですよ。
貫く。
位置についたよ。みんなお腹すいた？みんなお腹すいた？
貫く。
狙って
備えは万全
We
です。
gotta get rid of her.
福音が指先に集まる。
やってみましょう。
ここだよ。
警戒態勢を維持します。
ここだよ。
I'll actually go to 1 speed once the Lancers start coming.
ほら頑張れ。もうちょっとで僕に勝てるかもしれないよ。
狙って
指示をお待ちしています。
ここにいたのね。皆さんが私のことを信じてくれてますから。弦の振動を感じて戦場を墓場へ。
チャージ。
ええ、落ち着いて。ここからはウムの特製料理だよ。弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。はーい。
綿落とし。
はい。福音が指先に集まる。
雷鳴よ。轟け。
弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。
Holy shit. Holy shit, we got it. Oh my god. I can't believe it.
皆さんのご活躍、本当に目を見張るものです。
I can't believe it that we got this. Ah, that was rough. Oh my gosh. I don't even have the sanity to do this. That was pretty brutal. I do have to burn. I have to burn one of my sanity potions. But we want, again, we just want to farm for stuff a bit. So I wanted to spend that on progress. Oh, I can probably do... where are we in the story? I might have enough to do one more story stage. We can try this, or we can try this. That looks a lot harder. But it could be deceptive. We'll give this a shot. We need you on skill 1.
あ、店閉めるの忘れたな。
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
みんなくれぐれも安全にね。
私たちにお任せください。
結構いるな。
悪くない一度。みんな私に続け。
主の祝福があらんこと。現には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。治療の準備を。
みんな私に続け。
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。視界良好。
That's fine.
現には3つの選択。
貫く。
どうしやすか。
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
貫く。
わかりました。これが戦場というものね。弦の振動を感じて
貫く。
はい。
Ooh, that's a problem.
救急箱。あなたのお薬です。受け取ってください。クムがみんなを守る。弓を引いて狙いを定めて。
みんな私に続け。
私の役目は刀を振るうことだけ。敵が来ます。皆さん戦闘の準備をしてください。現には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。
さあ、あと少し。
指示をクリア。現には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。
I could have probably optimized this better, but we got it done.
クリア。全ターゲットを鎮圧。
A whole piece. That's the last whole piece. Hell yeah.
おはよう、ドクター。
That's that's a lot of XP. Oh man, that's a bit of a windfall.
ドクター君の
But we can go a little ham because I've got a decent amount of LMD. Oh man. We have options. I don't even know what to do with this all. I think we can raise Lumen. Or Weedy. But we're a little tight on DP. So I'll put that off for now. We definitely want to raise things that are DP efficient right now until we get our Vanguard squared away. And so that probably just means doing this for now. She gets hit points. That's actually not bad for a tank. What's her E2 requirements? Oh my god, so many of those. What can I do about the DP problem? Ah! I can't believe we got through that. What did I say, though, last time? I said for a long time that if I had the right units, then the levels would be less of an issue. We were only able to do that because of Gummy. I have to talk about this. I have to bring up, you know, why Gummy is so mandatory and healing tanks in general. The fundamental issue, the reason why this was impossible with my squad, was because at the end of the stage, there's 4 Lancers that come out of here, and you have to have chains to slow them down, or they'll one-shot you. Now, you can throw guys in their way to temporarily block them, or you can deploy things to make chains temporarily and then redeploy that, but 4 of them, and they're spaced out. They're not grouped together. So, if you had a really strong, slower supporter, slowing them down will group them up. But I don't have that. Orchid at best is going to hit the one that's most in front, and they'll group the first 2 together. But you're still going to have 3 separate instances, and even when they're fully slowed, if they hit one of my guys, they can take, even my best tank can take maybe 2 hits. 3rd hit is death, right? So I can't even take their vanilla hits, let alone their charging attack. I don't know why they're not like the other Sarkaz Lancers. They seem way too overpowered in my opinion, because typically the way Lancers work is their damage is based on speed. And see here it says deals extra arts damage based on movement speed, and it says their attack is a C, but this is bullshit, right? They're dealing a lot of damage even when you slow them with chains 1 tile ahead, or if they're completely blocked and they just do a vanilla hit. I'm taking about half of my hit points on my best tank. So, if I look up the stats... Actually, you know what? I am going to fucking look up the stats, because this is upsetting me. Bounty, Hunter, Knight, stats. What's the attack? The attack is 400, but it's getting amplified by something. While not blocked, stunned, or bound, increase MSPD magic speed every 0.5 seconds. Oh, movement speed. The buff will reset when stunned, bound, or comes in contact with a stabilizer chain. The first attack while blocked deals an additional instance of art damage. 550. So it's their 400 attack is completely irrelevant. 550 times movement speed. So they're dealing extra damage. So even if they're moving really slowly, you know, my biggest tank has what, 1700 hit points? And they're getting some kind of multiplier on that. Like if it's 150% for going half a tile even. We're talking about 700-ish damage. That's what I was saying. That like even when they're completely blocked, they're still hitting my guys for half of their life. Lapland, 1791 hit points. And she's getting taken to like a little less than half. So, I mean, that would be like 900. Something's not adding up. But again, the stats are fucking bullshit on here. because we're not taking any of the base damage that they're listing here. It's just not. Because again, even Jay taking one hit, he'd be really fucked up because he can only block one, so he can only take one hit. And we had the chain going down from Cruz and Amia and then up to Jay, and there was just that one tile in between, right? And so they're getting maybe half a tile before they become blocked by Jay because of the two sets of chains. And then I'm taking like more than half of my hit points in damage. So that's problem one, right? And the other thing that we were facing on this stage is, so we had the chain going this way, then we had the chain going here, and Jay was still getting fucked up. Anything I deployed here got one-shotted. And obviously, you know, with like 2-block, it's 2 guys doing vanilla hits. The other ones are basically running through and doing nothing. And if they were getting one shot by 2 basically completely stopped hits because they had been blocked, yeah, sure, they're getting the 550 damage instead of the 400 times movement speed, but their movement speed's almost nothing. It's as low as it could possibly be, and they are still one-shotting me, right? And so that's what's insane about that. So you have the 4 Lancers here and the 2 guys up here that cut the chains. And they come with such a timing to where you have to have a bunch of chains to slow down these guys. And really, the way you're supposed to clear this stage, I'll tell you right now, you're not supposed to block the Lancers at all. They clearly want you to use these to basically set up chains going this way, right? And then like that, like an X, and then back like that, right? And you're just supposed to use all ranged units here. This is literally supposed to be all ranged units, and then you stall the 2 guys up here, and you kill him in the beginning. That's how they planned out this stage. That's like their intended strategy. But the thing is you need to have a ton of DP to get that set up, because guys are going to be running through here, and then you need to have a certain amount of blocks so that you're not leaking here before you can get your other stuff out here. And to actually make like the zigzag pattern, right, you need to actually have a deep roster where you have enough ranged ops. We basically already have all the ranged ops that we have right now built, right? And we only have 12 slots as well. And you know, there's all these other limitations. And I had nothing to stall. We tried earlier with Jay here. He could only block one of them. And I was hoping to throw, you know, shit at the fan. I would throw a cutter here, try to stall them as long as possible to deal with the Lancers. But the problem is I had nothing, because these guys are tanky. I had nothing that could kill them fast enough. And even though the Lancers aren't supposed to be tanky, when you're as low tier as I am right now, your physical DPS, like my Arknight, is not hitting hard enough. She just doesn't have, you know, she's 20 more levels, some trust bonus, and a skill level away from being at least at Elite 1 peak. And I think if we could use her skill 2, that would have worked a lot better against the Lancers, because I would have probably had a high enough attack to deal like some actual damage to them. And the first arrow would have hit for 5 hits on the first guy, and it would have transferred the other, and they would have bunched up on the chains. So that would have made Arknight's skill 2 incredibly powerful against them. But if I only have 1 charge, right, and I can't store up the 2 charges, I'm going to blow 1, I'm going to have the other one left, and then they're going to leave Arknight's range before I get the next one off, because I probably need more than 2. I probably need at least 3 to kill them all, right? Maybe even more than that. And I can test that on my other account. I can see, but I mean, my Arknight there is going to be cracked as hell. So they'll probably die to like 1. You know, I don't know. But, so there were like a number of things here. We were getting crunched by DP. We didn't have anything that could tank hits from the Lancers, even at minimum speed, with a healer on them. And we didn't have anything that could stall the rope cutting guys, right? And so we were trying to mishmash something together, and what unlocked it was just Gummy and throwing meat into the grinder to make up for the fact that I couldn't have just all ranged here. And I don't know if they intend you to kill these. They tell you that you can, but they're way too tanky. Like, Arketo is my highest throughput DPS operator. She even has a critical hit. She has a fast attack speed. She's dealing the right damage type, which is physical. And we can only get one of these to just under half. And sure, you know, when enemies spawn here, she starts prioritizing them. But the same thing's going to happen if you position other ranged ops here to kill these. They're going to prioritize enemies. They prioritize whatever is the closest to going into the nearest blue box. That's how targeting works. So we had all of this working kind of against us, and this map was just kind of perfectly created to not allow us to clear it. And on top of that, like, the fact that they say this is doable with Elite 1, Level 1, makes me question if they actually tested this with that level of operators. Now, who could you tank the Lancers with? Maybe Asbestos or something like that. Because for low level, Art's resistance is really hard to come by. And believe it or not, the tank that I'm raising, Liskarm, is one of the few that has it. Where is it? Here. But only at E2. When we E2 her, we get a little bit of res, right? This is the same amount of res that Juggernauts have. At max pot, it goes up like 30%, which sounds like a lot, but it's 13. It's hardly... And this is not enough to make a huge dent. The problem with res is that small amounts of res make very little difference. But the more res you have, exponentially the better it gets. And the reason being is because at 100%, you take 0 arts damage, literally 0. So going from 100 to 99, you're taking infinity more damage because you're taking some damage instead of none, right? So for 1 res, you get infinite improvement, right? And then for each res that you lose, right, you could either look at it as you're taking exponentially more damage, or if for each res you increase, you're taking exponentially less damage. So, like, the difference between going from 0 to 10 or 10 to 20 is not the same as going from 50 to 60. Because imagine going from 80 to 90. Going to 80 to 90, you're now taking half the damage, right? Going 50 to 60, you're going from 50% damage to 40% damage. Which, you know, you could say that sounds like 10%, but it's actually 20. You're taking 20% less damage, not 10%. And if we're going from 0 to 10, we're taking 10%. So if you're at 50 res and you add 10, you're getting double the benefit. If you're at 80% and you go to 90, you're getting like 100% improvement. You know, it's nuts. So anything that is a reductive by percentage, anything that has like a asymptote at some point, and so you can only have a finite range of numbers in there, those values are always more powerful. So for instance, with multiplicative damage, right, that can scale to infinity, right, but you can only have minus 100% to get to 0. And so this isn't incredibly meaningful. But let's talk about when I said that this was incredibly good for ambushers, right? Ambushers have dodge. So first of all, they just straight up take 50% of the art's damage that's dealt to them, although you could say that's RNG. But they also have some res. Now you might say, I just talked about how 10% is not a lot. Well, guess what happens at... oh, it doesn't show it here. Well, I'll just spoil it. At E2, ambushers have 30 res. 30, right? If they have 50% dodge and they take 70% arts damage, right? Each 10 that you add on is doing more work than the previous 10. It's not the best explanation, but you know, we get it, right? And that stacks with the dodge that they have. So when I said that, like, you know, the other thing I could have done is built an Ethan and put him in the center to do the binds, because I could have gotten chains to him. He would have been able to dodge the beams 50% of the time, right? So he would have been easier to tank that. The Lancers wouldn't have hit him, right? And he still would have been able to put the chains on them and bind them, and that would have given Lapland time to get her skill up and kill the Lancers. The only thing that would have been an issue for him is the guys that cut chains. So I still would have need to throw something to block them, but I might have been able to spare a healer and put Cutter over there to kill those guys or something like that, or even use Liskarm, because I probably wouldn't have needed Liskarm. But the thing is it's kind of absurd to build an operator for one stage. And again, the plan is to eventually build him, but I didn't want to rush him just for that, and Gummy was always in the plan. So they really did design the stage so that, my guess is their thought is that if we make an event to where Ascalon is good on every level, and this is the event that she comes out on, then can I get anything with this? I don't think so. Then people will be maybe more compelled to spend money on the event to get Ascalon to make it easier. That's probably their thought process. And Ascalon she is really good. I definitely advocate for her. I don't even have an issue with them doing that, coming out with events that go with banners where the person they release is good at that. Actually, did they show her? Yeah, see, 30%, right? 30 res. So it's like it's really pretty nuts to me how difficult relatively newbie. I mean, it's supposed to be newbie friendly. I don't know about that stage. That stage, it was ridiculous for this account to get done. I can't stress, some of the clears I've done on this account are like the hardest clears I've ever done in my life. I've done creative risk 18s that were easier to come up with and required less optimization, just because I could mess around with risks. I wasn't forced into such a limited number of solutions, and I had plenty of operators to choose from that were interesting. So oftentimes in my clears, it was I had an idea, in the one where I did Beeswax and Vigil and Ock, I had an idea beforehand, and I knew that I was just going to use other operators to support them, right? Hoshiguma wasn't specifically in the plan. I just needed a tank. I needed a block 3 to help stall. That's all it came down to. And Hoshiguma was good at that, and at the time, her reputation had already started to get better, but people didn't quite acknowledge that Hoshiguma was good yet. So I wanted to use her for that clear. And, man, BP6 really pushed me to my limit as a player. And I know that this clear is not going to be impressive to people that are used to high level units, or if you go onto YouTube and you just watch random super optimized clears that people come where it's perfectly choreographed. But I'm telling you, it is really different to come up to that stuff when you have all of these options, because you have to understand from I super respect what Blemichi is doing, don't get me wrong, but when Blemichi came out with that clear with just Gummy and Virtuoso and Skalter using S3 and S2 on those two supporters, what was insane about that was the creativity of the clear. But once you hatch that idea, figuring out how to optimize it is not hard, right? It's just one of those things where somebody knows a thing that maybe isn't common knowledge and it'll look wild on the screen, but the actual execution and planning for that, it's not the same. What I was doing on that stage was basically the same process as when you have max risk. Because even if you have all of the operators at your disposal, you're really, really limited in what can actually work. Your squad size gets super squeezed. Your DP gets super squeezed. The types of damage you can deal get super squeezed. You have really specific needs for stuff. And so your roster gets artificially limited. And because you can't modify the risks to suit your needs, all you can do is highly optimize with a really limited kit. And that was exactly the same thing that I was doing there. So the conditions are different because the operators are lower level, and that, in theory, I could have grown them. But growth was not really what got me through that so much, because when I first came into this stage, like the first thing I did was buy out all the XP, and most of my operators, like some of them might have been 5 to 10 levels lower, but that's not a huge amount of stat gain, right? I got some skill levels too, so all that stuff contributes, but by and large, we were just dealing with what we have and optimizing until we could get through that with an extremely limited kit and a very specific set of challenges that we had to be able to meet to get through that. So, I'm not a big fan of doing like high risk and max risk and stuff like that, but it's literally the same process. It's just the constraints on this account are not spending Originite Prime and kind of, not re-rolling the account. Because I'm not spending Originite Prime, really can't whale. We're not spending any money. And we're trying to push stuff as hard as we can with the optimal amount of, mixture of base optimization and farming to build ops, and building a team for stuff as quickly as possible under those criteria, in order to really, like I said, get a good idea for how new players... I don't recommend new players actually necessarily play like this, but again, the thing is that when old farts and veterans give new players advice, it should be relevant to their interests and tailored towards the best long-term investment and what is going to help them the most. And I still think there's a lot of kind of overly generic advice that ends up kind of being bad for players to follow. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that I got through that. I'm not gonna lie. Now, Lungmen Downtown, this is going down next week with this account. This map is kind of difficult for low-level accounts. It's easy if you have a fairly developed account. And that sounds kind of generic, because not everything is easy if you have a developed account. But this is one of those, this is, what do you say? A trial by fire, a rite of passage. That's what we're looking for. This is the annihilation that's kind of considered the rite of passage for players, and hopefully we can take it on. Hopefully we can complete this early on in the week. I don't know how. I wish I could practice this. There's no way to do that. We're just going to have to go in there and see how we do and then optimize from there. But I'm a little worried about getting all of my Arundum early on in the week and not finishing it, and wanting to actually finish this next week. So I might have to limit myself to a few attempts a day so that I have time to build stuff for it if I need to make tweaks and changes. I don't know if Gummy's going to help us with this or not, because one of the issues we're going to run into, there's 4 mandatory lanes in this to block, right? And also you need a Vanguard. So we're talking about 5 ground units. And arts damage is also very important because there's a bunch of Crusher guards in the last wave. And there's also like a pretty good amount of drones. So there's some healing pressure towards the end. The Crushers can stun a guy and then leak if you don't have enough DPS to kill them before that happens. Lapland will kind of help, and Liskarm is pretty good for this as well. We're probably going to use... I'm going to try probably Mouse down in one of these spots. We're not going to try to do a pusher here into this hole, even though that's clearly what it looks like they want you to do. I remember trying that when I was a new player, and Shaw would just get overrun at a certain point. There's some enemies that are too thick to push unless you have a really strong pusher. So unless I go raise, Weedy to E2 or something, it's probably hopeless to try and guard this bottom lane with a pusher. And it kind of helps to have a decent amount of DPS. I don't think there's so many guys that go down there, though, to where as long as we have a decent amount of DPS that we can kill them quickly. So I think Mouse will be able to hold that. And then I haven't figured out what to put up here. One of my thoughts, actually, was to put like a Liskarm either here or here, or not Liskarm, Lapland either. I think I have to do here because I think a jetpack guy comes down in this square. I was thinking maybe of doing a Lapland here and having, you know, this range facing down and have tanks here so that we have additional damage. But the problem with that is that I'm probably going to have Arketo here, and we're going to be really light on arts damage in this section if I just have Amiya facing this way. And, you know, I could have her facing up, or I could even put Lava here facing up to deal with the Crushers, and then have Mouse down here and hope that her damage is good enough. That's another option too, but I'm a little worried that there's drones that come this way. So that's something else to think about. I guess the other option is to put Liskarm down here, facing up, and then she would cover these rows, and then have defenders here, and then have Amiya or Lava here, and then Mouse up here. But again, that's all stuff we'll just kind of have to figure out as we go along. And for all I know, maybe it'll end up being Gummy on one of the spots or something. Well, I guess if we have the tanks in the middle, then it'll be Gummy and Liskarm. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, precursory on that. We don't have an Ifrit to go here. Although all things considered, you know, no, that won't work. Amiya doesn't have the range. I was going to say, if Amiya could reach this tile. But yeah, that's not going to happen. This is also a good stage to have a what are they called? Artillerymen. Because the artillerymen can hit out here. And there are a lot of units that set up here in advance. I know that back in the day, Meteorite was really popular on this tile. Just shooting this way with skill 1. And then, you know, I completed this, but I don't remember it at all. Oh well. So there's some future plans. I do have. I have to put this on. I made a song for tomorrow. I gotta get rid of this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. I made a song for, well, we'll see if it's for tomorrow or not. I want to do a special thing, and this just kind of makes me laugh.
Kevin soaring in the sky so high, a jetpack fueled by dreams and pie. But Tallulah with her mischievous grin, she dug a hole to watch him spin. He glanced down and saw the dirt, a pit of laughter and a bit of hurt. His jetpack sputtered out of juice. Kevin cursed his weird misuse. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Out of the hole he climbed with pride, dust and dirt but still alive. Tallulah smirked and gave a wink. Kevin just began to think. Next time he saw her with a plan, a jetpack show with no quicksand, avoiding pranks or clever wits, sticking to the sky, not the pits. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Kevin tumbled on his head. Oh, yeah.
So, for people that don't know, that Annihilation was the debut of a NPC that generally became known in the community. He became a meme because he falls down one of the holes. He just deploys, falls down there. You don't have to kill him or do anything about it. People thought it was funny, and they decided to give him like a nickname and everything. So he earned the moniker of Kevin, right? That was kind of what the community decided his name was going to be. And so yeah, I decided to have a song created in honor of the Annihilation that we're going to be doing. Oh shit. Is this not going to be stable? No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah! Oh, of course. Now I'm gonna have a shitload of sanity. Can I put a few levels on... Jesus Christ. Can I put a few levels on Perfumer for some security there? Oh, I can. Oh my gosh, we have so much farming to do now. That's a little cursed, but... Alright. Because I can talk about some other stuff while this is cooking. Because I also cooked up another song. I decided what the lore video is going to be. Our world lore. It's not going to quite be... It's going to be on Sarkaz Mercenaries. That's going to be our world lore. Because it really plays into the theme of W and the limited banner and this event and a lot of the major story stuff, right? But there's a lot of misconceptions about W, and a lot of them are because people don't really understand, how shall I say, where the Sarkaz fit into the Arknight society. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you read the story. But a lot of the memes about W's character being insane are not really justified because she's not really insane at all. She has this really strong nihilistic streak, and there's also the memes about her being a cockroach. And I had an idea to make a song for my lore video that I do on Sarkaz Mercenaries. And the other thing I want to talk about is W is actually a title. It's not a specific person. I mean, it is right now in the storyline because we've only had one W. But in the beginning of Dark Knight's memoir, W doesn't disclose her name. I don't know if W always stands for Wizardel or it's just pure coincidence that her real name also starts with a W. I'm not sure. I won't know until... she is, her alter form is released and maybe we get some more story on that. But, like, whoever carries that kind of grenade launcher gun that W has that title. They are W. It's like a symbolic title for Sarkaz Mercenaries. So I want to talk about the Sarkaz Mercenaries, and that ties into the, their relations with Laterano, Laterano, and the specifically the Sancta, and kind of, I don't know, all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to debut this as well because I think it's funny.
She's got a heart of steel burned black. Seen hellfire, live to tell. Nobody's savior, no one to trust. Walks a wasteland, she's just dust. Bullets fly, she stands tall, laughs. Death's a joke, she's a punchline. Fingers on triggers, but they miss. Lonely murk in this abyss. Nothing's worth enough in lies. Fire in a rise, burning past. Broken dreams, shattered glass. Harder to kill than a cockroach. Bloody hands, no regrets. Violence is her only truth. Cold night streets are dead. Money, blood, nothing's proof. Rain running through her veins. Swamp filled with disdain. Life's a game she lost. cockroach! That cockroach! That cockroach!
So that's gonna be W's theme, harder to kill than a cockroach. I thought that it fit the character and the memes just so perfectly. I think it's gonna go pretty hard, and we'll see how many people even see it coming. Because those videos I'll advertise more than the streams, because I'll have to cut something together and make it nice and presentable, and debut it on YouTube's video system, which is much better at promoting stuff than live streams, unless of course you're big. The live streams only show up really for other people. It's like a snowball, like you have to be big before they show up, and with videos it's far easier to promote, especially if it's short. It seems like there's this trend on YouTube, like if you're starting out and you want to get an audience, the best thing to do is probably make videos that are like 30 seconds long or something like that, 1 minute, that just everything is all up front, just maximize the attention deficit of the modern Zoomer, because it seems like a lot of people just look at like a few seconds or maybe 30% of something. Like one of my biggest videos recently was the Crusher Guard one. It's 3 minutes long, and the average watch time on it is 1 minute. And that kind of blows my mind. I come to YouTube for like long form stuff. I put something on to chill to, and like these fucking kids in their TikTok brain, man. I don't... Like, TikTok disturbs me. I can't handle it. Like, if somebody has it on and it's in front of me, I feel ill. It's so overwhelming. It's so... There's no resolution. There's nothing to follow. There's no storyline. I don't know how anyone can watch it. It's to me, it's just pure garbage. Right? It's just... Oh, man. I don't know. I don't have the words. I can't handle TikTok. It's like if somebody took ice cream and then they took like 1 scoop of ice cream and then they took a whole cup of sugar and just poured it on top like it was meant to be there, like it was a topping, like ice cream wasn't sweet enough. Like, that's how I feel about TikTok. It's like the short format and the things that trend on there, and the fact that everything gets jammed so that it's just constant something happening right in your face, and because it's short format, people always want to have whatever the biggest punch in it, like in the first 2 seconds, right? And then you just get that, and then the next, and then the next, and that's not what I'm going for. If I end up, putting thousands of hours into this channel to like 50 people, I would rather that to make shit like that. So we'll see if I can survive the algorithm being a rebel. But obviously there's other people that do it. All the people I listed as my inspiration are people that do it. Asmongold makes these several hour-long videos after they've been edited to be shorter. Or I should say his editor does that. His editor is a fucking genius. I hope his editor is a millionaire. I really do. But obviously, and Tex talks BattleTech and the Black Pants Legion and all that kind of stuff. His videos have only just gotten like longer and more epic for the most part, and like I love it. It's great. I think the Warhammer video is like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something, and it's freaking amazing. It's like one of my all-time favorite YouTube videos. So those are the kind of people I'm inspired by. But I'm cool with doing things that are short, because all of my original videos were short. I just didn't have, my recording setup initially was just like built-in screen capture. Then I decided to up the game a bit with OBS. I had a pretty good, I have this is a almost top-of-the-line gaming headset, but I still would like to get a microphone. So if it comes to spending money on the channel, well, first I'm not going to spend money unless I'm making money, and I don't want to make money. And what I mean by that is, if I make money, it's getting spent on the channel, because I'm not trying to replace my job. I'm trying to retire. I literally want this to be a fun hobby And I'm worried that, and I understand Asmongold not monetizing his stream, for instance, being kind of reticent about that, because you start having these pressures to meet certain metrics and care about viewership, and maybe you change your content to meet things, and I don't want that to be like my objective. So if I end up getting big enough to monetize the channel, I'll do it, because YouTube's gonna run ads regardless. I might as well take a cut, but I would rather take the money from that and use it to spend on like making it better. So priority number one is a microphone, and so that's going to be kind of my goal for the channel. It's going to be to grow it big enough for monetization, you know, ideally in a few months, if I put in the work for it and get decent at editing videos, so that I can make a few shorter videos that can reach further, right? Because I don't have to compete as much with attention spans and people just seeing the streams when they're going on. Because that's another thing, when people see that something's a live stream, they're less likely to watch it if it's not happening right then and there. You know, no matter how good you do on it. It just doesn't matter. You'd have like the most amazing production ever, and people want generally with live streams to see the most up-to-date thing, and if it's old, then it might as well be dead. So I kind of knew that even when I was doing these, you know, but I can still cut them up and make them into normal videos. That was kind of the intention, and hopefully that will bring in more numbers than what I've done so far. But my growth actually hasn't been bad by percentage, you know. We went from 4 to 13 subscribers now in 2 weeks, which isn't a lot of people total, but if you're considering percentage growth, you know, that's a pretty tremendous amount by percentage. So the more people you get, the easier it is to reach more people and get more. And, you know, a lot of people, before they even watch a video, they just look at how many views it has. That's just another unfortunate reality. So in order to get people that if I advertise on Twitter or something else, not paid advertise, just post about it, or on Facebook or on Reddit, how many people are just not even going to watch more than half a second if they click the link and see that a video has not very many views and hardly any subs? That's probably another reason why some of the watch times are incredibly low. And all that. So all of those metrics will naturally get better with consistency, especially if I get better at doing stuff, and if I can edit stuff to be compelling, because editing is probably more important than anything else, to be honest. But there are certainly some other creators that really don't have any editing for the most part, you know. I've brought up Blemichi a few times. Blemichi has these kind of like just runs, no commentary. They're relatively short. I can't remember if they do music or not, or if it's just the in-game. I think they put music over it or something like that. But it's not really edited much. And, you know, they're small, but way bigger than me. So it's not like there's no room to grow even without having crazy editing skills or anything like that. But I would like to make stuff as good as I can, because my goal overall is just to make stuff that I'm proud of. And I would certainly be proud of, you know, having editing skills and be able to bring to life some of the ideas that I have. So that is hopefully all in the cards in the relative near term. We'll see. Oh, I do have one other song to share. This is Doctor, you know, eating ramen. Nope, that's not it. Come on.
Midnight in the kitchen with a plan so bold. Pan full of noodles while the water runs cold. The doctor chaos with a glint in his eye. He's got a boiling secret and he's ready to try. No pot, no stove, just a wild notion. Noodles uncooked cause a true commotion. He pours hot water with the rebel's grace. Right in his mouth, yeah, right in his face. No pot, no stove, just a wild notion. Noodles uncooked cause a true commotion. He pours hot water with the rebel's grace. Right in his mouth, yeah, right in his face. Boiling points rising, there's no holding back. In the heat of the moment, there's no turning slack. Doctor's got a method that's breaking all the rules. Mouth full of madness, yeah, a mouth full of fuel. Steam's rising up, it's a culinary high. Taste of adventure, no need to ask why. Roads how it's leader with a penchant for flair. Makings of a legend in the kitchen's air. Rebellion in his veins as the world stands still. Each noodle a testament to his iron will. Laughs at the danger like it's all just a game. This radical recipe will bring him to fame. Boiling points rising, there's no holding back. In the heat of the moment, there's no turning slack. Doctor's got a method that's breaking all the rules. Mouth full of madness, yeah, a mouth full of fuel. There's no holding back. In the heat of the moment, there's no turning slack. Doctor's got a method that's breaking all the rules. Mouth full of madness, yeah, a mouth full of fuel. Oh, a mouth full of fuel. Oh.
弦の振動を感じて
So, I think I'm not sure what I'm going to use that for yet. I might use it for a video. Like, it might be funny to do an edit of me failing a bunch of stages with this account while I'm balding to try and figure out a solution for something, and have that playing in the background. I'm not sure, but I just, you know, that was stuff that I was working on last night after my stream, and I stayed up way too late. So freaking late. But I was having too much fun, so I really had to just keep going while I was in the zone, and it was the weekend and I knew I could sleep in. I still kind of regret it. I was still so tired today. But man. And then, of course, you know, this song here. I think I played it. I think I already put it on the channel, but I got nothing else to play while we continue to farm rocks, I guess, you know. Because actually, you know what? I do need a lot of those clusters for units that I got. So we're just going to continue trucking along on here. We only got 4 more to go before we burn through this sanity, so we're getting down there. But we'll go with, this is definitely going to be the theme song. I still think this came out better than any of the other ones.
Dr. Brainiac with his grand design. Cross-line armies crossing every line. Mind sharper than the sharpest blade. In the shadows his empire is made. Scattered on his dim-lit desk, a genius born to be grotesque. They call him mad, but he sees clear, his logic burning like the brightest flare. Blueprints scattered on his dim-lit desk, a genius born to be grotesque. They call him mad, but he sees clear, his logic burning like the brightest flare. Genius and madness walking hand in hand, drawing battles like lines in the sand. He's the master of the unseen plan, Dr. Brainiac, the unmatched man. Soldiers weep as they fall.
So I actually kind of want to chop this down to end there, but there's some more towards the tail. It gets a little weird, but if people are curious, this is how the rest of it goes if I let the full thing play. So there's like a bit of a extra unnecessary tail on there, if you want to call it the extended version. But yeah, I think that one came out the best. That's definitely going to be the channel theme, at least for Arknight stuff, and at least for, you know, for now. Maybe I'll do like a season 2 sometime or something. I don't know. But if I end up kind of branching out and doing some other stuff, I'll have to come up with different songs for that, because I don't think people outside of Arknights are they're gonna hear that. They're gonna think I like the most. I don't know. I guess they could think that it's just like a character, and in a way it is. I'm not quite playing a character like Dr. Disrespect or something like that. I'm trying to think who else is really known for specifically playing a character. Again, you know, we're more in the vein of like Asmongold, so maybe just a version of myself. But obviously, you know, with the whole Arknights theme and the Doctor kind of being this, everyone treats him like he's the smartest dude on the planet and stuff like that. So I was kind of leaning on that for the channel. And also because the channel name is based on a very, very old nickname that I use just for internet stuff, because back in the early days of the internet, when I needed a nickname for something, the only thing that was flattering that people called me, like in school and stuff like that, was a brainiac, a know-it-all, if you will. And so I kind of used that. I reconstructed it into my online name, which was, you know, if you were to separate out Brainiac into a first and last name and give him a PhD, they'd be Dr. Eac. And so that's actually where the channel name comes from. So I kind of it kind of fit decently with the Arknights lore theme of being an Arknights doctor and everyone just treating you like you're this tactical genius, you know, and using that for the channel theme for Arknights content. But yeah, I've already listened to that song like a good amount. It goes harder than it needs to. I think the other one that I really like, I don't know which one made me laugh the most. The Jetpacks and Holes was, I mean, that one was, I was laughing a good amount with that one when I was cooking it. And Harder Than a Cockroach, I don't know. I was laughing when I was making it. I think that the novelty value wears off a little bit. I think that Jetpacks and Holes, if I do a video justice to that at some point, I think that will go harder on YouTube, but you never know. It can be, these things can be a bit unpredictable. Also, oh, I can't make any more yet. But I'll probably cook up as much as I can on music for future stuff, just so that I have it available. I just have to think about what the subject's going to be, and then, you know, figure out a good place to use it. But I didn't want to go and search for just DRM free stuff that would fit decently. I mean, I might use classical music for some stuff, because there's libraries of that are what do you call it? Fair use, not fair use. Damn, what's it called when the copyright runs out on something? Public domain. So there's a decent amount of, you know, fairly old classical music that becomes public domain and stuff like that. But I just thought, you know, if I could get something that I just don't have to worry about running into fair use and copyright and all that other stuff, that's just the best. And if it happens to be funny or thematic, even better. So I will definitely be cooking up a lot of original music. In the beginning of the streams, I was just playing the Arknights stuff that's, like properly musically made and everything, because I'm an appreciator of the Arknights music too. But it will be hard to just use that for content that I make, to where it really ends up being like thematic and fits with what I want to do. And also, it's always nice if you have something that's just a little more original, so I can curate the music that goes along with the stuff that I'm doing specifically, even if the official Arknight stuff goes harder than anything I'm gonna make. And they have money to spend and I don't. So on a budget of 0, it's way better than I expected it to be. That's for damn sure. I was just, yeah. I'm looking forward to future projects. Let me put it that way. Yeah, it bothers me. I'm a little bothered that, like, I thought that the chains were supposed to completely block this. But they don't. How much damage is that dealing? Is it dealing the full 700? $15? Oh, shit. Maybe if I get enough songs in there, I'll just go and have that be the backtrack. I do have one other song. It's a reject. Actually, I have a bunch of rejects. This is just one that's not in the garbage. This was the other version of the Jetpacks and Holes song. I just didn't like this one as much.
Dreams and pie, but Tallulah with a mischievous grin, she dug a hole to watch him spin. He glanced down and saw the dirt, a bit of laughter and a bit of hurt. His jetpack sputtered out a juice. Kevin cursed his weird misuse. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Out of the hole he climbed with pride, dust and dirt but still alive. Tallulah smirked and gave a wink. Kevin just began to think. Next time he saw her with a plan, a jetpack show with no quicksand, avoiding planks of clever wit, sticking to the sky, not the pit. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Ow!
This one has a weird tail on it too.
Out of the hole he climbed with pride, dust and dirt but still alive. Tallulah smirked and gave a wink. Kevin just began to think.
Next time you saw her with a plan, sand, avoiding pranks of clever wit, sticking to the sky, not the pit.
Oh, there's still more.
ラテラーノの遊覧にお誘いしようか考えていたところです。そうすれば修道院にもっと興味が
I'll do right, Mayor. And everyone to give a will no quack. To Lula on his head.
And some mumbo jumbo at the end that doesn't make any sense. So that could obviously have probably a full minute cut off of it, but I still like the other one better. I don't know. I compared them back to back, and that one is just the reject. We're actually going to move that to the trash right away because we don't need that. But I'm going to cook up. Yeah, I'm just going to have fun cooking up music for this. We'll have a good time, you know. And I need to spend my drones. I don't think I can build anything. Oh, I can't actually build something, but we're saving this up for, was it the workshop? Because I don't think I need this yet. I think well, 2, 3. Fuck it. We're just gonna save. We're just gonna save our, because I don't have enough to actually get here anyways. We're gonna save up our resources, our boxes, until we can actually build something. If I upgrade the workshop, then we get to a point where we can do maybe cutter. We don't have the gels for cutter, but if we can finish this event, we can farm the gels. Although I think we're going to run out of time to get them. There are gels in Chapter 4. That's probably going to be where we were going to farm for cutter Z2. I think we're looking at a best case scenario finishing the event towards the end of next week, but you know, like with maybe a few days to actually farm gels or what's the other material? It's rocks, it's or iron and gels. And iron is helpful, but I'm okay on it because I farmed a decent amount of tier 2. And I think I crafted some tier 3. We're just gonna burn this on XP because we have so much LMD to buy in the shop still as well. Is it worth swapping her out and putting someone else in here? We'll still keep her in for now. And that's not what I wanted. We wanted this. Oh yeah, I still have to buy these too. So I think that's as far as we can go in this account. I still have some time. I was going to go at least until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And so things went a little quicker on this account than I anticipated, even though I had to burn a whole bunch of that. But we did go through, I didn't get to stage 5 on Chen's event. I guess there's that. A little unfortunate there. But the DP crunch is a little harsh, and it's 4 actual lanes that I have to cover, which is going to make things a bit difficult. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we're not at a rush for tequila yet, or at least as much of a rush as we are for Myrtle. and or Vigna. Well, really, and Vigna. I think we need... Actually, it might not matter. Fang will hold her own a lot better if we have a Vigna in the party. And that means that Mouse is going to get used less if we do that, because Vigna will kind of take her place. But Vigna will allow us to deal some hurt to some chunkier enemies with physical damage. And we don't really have anyone that hits hard with physical. And what's nice about hitting hard with physical is that any damage you do above their defense is effectively the same as true damage. And that means that, you know, where we used to have to use Amia to deal arts, Vigna will actually just be able to put on the hurt in those areas, and possibly even more than Amia can hit for. Because a reasonable amount of enemies, even if they don't have high res, they still have some res. So it's not like she's necessarily getting, you know, her full 500 damage. And her attack speed is also not exactly very fast. I think single target casters are 1.6. They might be 1.5. I think they're 1.6. So she's doing around 300 DPS when her skill's not up, which isn't terrible. Especially if you consider that, you know, if the average enemy that we need her for, let's say they have 20 or 30 res, you know, she's probably doing 220 DPS. Again, that's not terrible for where we're at, but it's not amazing. And if we can get Vigna to hit for 2,000, you know, even even if they have like 400 or 500 armor, which right now is a lot for us to deal with, that'll be more damage than Amia can put out. And against everything else, she's just going to be like 1 or 2 shotting. So, yeah, that'll be, I think, very useful. She doesn't. The other thing, though, she doesn't have the attack down debuff that Mouse has, and that is a good utility. So, a little bit of theory crafting on the future there, but we're getting closer. We just need to solve our Vanguard problem. And that has just plagued us for 3 weeks now, or 2.5 weeks, however many weeks, I don't even know anymore. Not that many, but the entire age of this account has been plagued by that. I will swap over to the other account, and we will mess around with that for a bit.
Arknights.
I hope you didn't run into any trouble, Doctor.
Lancer Fang, Captain of Reserve Op Team A1. My team and I will do our best to serve Rhodes.
This is Intern Hibiscus. From now on, I'll be in charge of managing yours and every operator's help. My code name is Beagle. I know I didn't do very well on my assessment, but I'll still do my best.
Lancer Fang, Captain of Reserve Op Team A1. My team and I will do our best to serve Rhodes.
Oh man, of course I get it here. This gets me a cutter, which pots would be useful on the other account. I don't think there's any other tag combo. Nothing. Starter, no, nothing. This gets you a Myrtle. This is what we need on the other account. This is what we need on the other account. Why? And nothing.
If that is how you want it.
I don't have time for small talk. If you want fun and games, go look for W. Ah, so I'm not the only one who just got kicked out.
I don't think I need to do any. Oh, maybe I do. Rosmontis, we can actually do the Rosmontis swap here. Whispering.
ここはとても静かです。
To I don't have 30% to go there. Gray's still cooking. And we probably need to replace the Chimere combo.
Do you need any supplies? Just let me know.
These facilities could use an upgrade.
ほほう。ロドスは誠に良いところだ。見どころが多すぎてめまいがしそうだよ。
What am I doing today?
I think that's it.
The atmosphere here is surprisingly good.
And it'd be nice to finish off Ascalon skills, but I need books, and I'm just not in a rush to farm for them. I don't know what the next event is. I don't know if it's chapter 14 or if there's an actual event that has W alter. Normally, limited banners come with events, so I'm assuming it's some type of event. And that means that we're going to have another full store. It's like full store, not a partial store like you get with a rerun or some of the side stories.
I hope you didn't.
So it'll be like the Babel store where it's hard to buy everything out unless you have a monthly card. That's not what I wanted. Unless you have like a monthly card. Like even on this account with a monthly card, I have a lot more bought out, but it's still not even everything yet. So, but it won't be a challenge to buy out the store on this account. On on the new player one, there ain't no chance, man. But there'll definitely be a whole bunch of books for us to buy there. And W, we only need to do 2 skills on W. We're going to do skill 1 and skill 3. Actually, that's, skill 2. I want to test skill 2 a decent amount. Because I don't know what to think about it until I test it. My precursory examination on W's kit was that skill 1 is broken as fuck. Skill 3 is the one everyone knows about. I don't really need to say much. Skill 2 was kind of the odd duckling. And I can say from experience with Rosmontis, like skill 2 is not really the odd duckling. I don't... Skill 2, in my opinion, is kind of her bread and butter because you have a really good ratio here. 30 seconds to charge, 40 seconds of uptime. But it doesn't give you a huge attack bonus. And so much of her damage is reliant on shockwaves. So I think this skill was kind of, in the first year it would have been good because enemy armor was just so much less than it is these days. And so it was mostly just for this RNG at the stun because the shockwaves, there's multiple shockwaves. Now what ended up happening is that the level 2 at a minimum module adds, or maybe it's the first one, I don't remember. You get an additional instance of shockwave, which makes this stun proc more often, and it also increases her damage. But the other thing that it does is it increases the damage, or the ignore. So one of the things, because the shockwaves cut your attack in half, normally attack is always better than armor ignore or armor penetration. But if an attack deals a fraction rather than a multiplication of damage, then armor ignore actually gives you more benefit. Because we're getting all 190 effective attack from this, regardless of if the attack is halved or not. This is like adding 190 damage to the shockwaves. So a base attack, if it's doing 400 damage, and you add, 200 on top of it, that's a lot more meaningful than ignoring this amount of armor on 800. So the initial hit, it makes a little bit of a difference, but it's not as meaningful as it is for the shockwaves. And you have to imagine if the shockwaves are hitting 3 separate times, we're getting 3 separate instances of this increasing our damage. So actually, I think she's a decent candidate even for level 3. I just keep running out of these in order to put them on new operators and keep them up to speed. Yeah, I have 2 of them right now because I put one on Escalon and I'm not leveling hers up. She has pitiful gains. But this 30 additional defense ignore is actually, I think, meaningful. And every little bit of attack still helps. And this is not a small level 2 to level 3 upgrade. Although this is still getting cut in half for the shockwaves. But the extra instance of a shockwave and the additional armor penetration, I think it's really meaningful on Rosmontis' overall kit and makes her like way more relevant and stuff. I built her just to compare against W and kind of test against things and whatnot. And I found that, you know, her reputation of being just in general bad is not deserved. I found her to be more than adequate for what you would use her for, which is everything but hitting drones. It's just that she's not going to be... She's not something you're going to use to, like, kill bosses with. But, I mean, that's fine. You know, not everyone has to be a boss killer. She was actually really good in the Babel event for a number of the stages, particularly the ones that had, like high concentrations of enemies with a lot of hit points. Because those burden beasts, they have a ton of hit points, but they have like no armor. And because everything in that event has, I mean, some of them have some armor, but the armor is pretty low. Those shockwaves from Rosmontis, like, she wrecks face in this event. She's really strong in it. So I had fun with Rosmontis on some of the stages until we were optimizing a little bit for some of the other stuff with Ella, but I think I used her up to BB-8. I don't know if I changed her out for 7 or not. I can't remember. I didn't need to. She would have been fine there. But yeah, for BB-8, there's not a very large concentration of enemies, and we kind of had to spread people out, and there's a really limited range tiles. But the stun is great because crowd control is good against those unblockable guys, since they just have to hit a chain and then they bleed out. Basically, you just have to not have them run into the box before then. So you can use any CC, whether that's Ascalon with slow or whether that's Rosmontis with stuns. The shockwaves are just fantastic against the majority of the enemies in this stage, just dealing sheer damage. And her range is huge, so... And there's hardly any flying units or drones. So, I think that Rosmontis is good. I don't think she deserves the hate. We will... I guess actually we gotta burn our sanity. And I think I might have enough of these gels. I'll probably still farm that some more, but we're gonna go for rock and... I guess we'll do rock today. And we can compare the clears. I mean, I did this in one shot. I didn't even think about it. Now I'm gonna pay a little more attention to what happens during it. I know that that some of my ropes get cut, and I just kind of throw some shit at the wall. But you know, this is literally like a blind run. Oh yeah, I was using Vigil at this point still. Sure. And you know what? Tacticians aren't a bad choice here, because this doesn't use a deployment. And the Lancers, when they kill him, like, he'll just eventually respawn. But you can't use chains with them. Yeah, see, I have Rosmontis here, and she's even hurting this guy. Look at that. He's taking, like, a lot of damage from that. And look at how quickly these things are dying. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Rosmontis. Oh, all that pain I went through, and fucking Vigil is face tanking the Lancers, and Rosmontis is just like destroying everything. Oh my god. That's so absurd. Oh, and Evan Holtz just fucking deletes half of his life bar in one attack. They don't even... They Oh my god, I'm upset now. My own clear is upsetting me. Now 3 Lancers come in. He's going to kill 1 dog, kill 2 dogs, kill 3... Oh, he goes through. Okay. And the chain, does he even make it to Hodor? And then the dog's back already. Of course the dog's back already. I'm mad. My own run is triggering me. How easy this is. Just Rosmontis and Vigil. And people talk about how trash they are. I'm so fucking triggered right now. It's like it's hilarious and painful at the same time. Because Vigil is literally a meme. So many people are on the camp of Vigil, worst 6-star of all time, never gonna build him, so trash. And we're just fucking trivializing this stage with a Rosmontis and a Vigil. And like, yeah, I'm mildly upset by how easy this is with those ops. Look at the damage!
A warrior must be ready to face death on the battlefield.
So ridiculous.
Il vostro sacrificio non cambierà nulla.
And even the flying guys. The guys hit the wolves, they go flying, and they get stomped by Hodor. Responses as soon as they land. Oh my god. What is this?
Questa caccia sta durando decisamente troppo.
I don't even activate Hodor's skill.
Those who refuse
That's so
to surrender
upsetting.
don't deserve mercy.
Man. I still have a little bit of time left. We will go do... I want to do IS4. I don't want to do IS4. We're going to do IS2. Because it's the best. It's the best. We'll go for first class. And we will take this. Oh my god. Yes! Maximum RNG. Earth Spirit? They would. They would. They know what they're doing. And a meteor? I thought we were going to get like a... I thought they gave us a 5-star. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, we will do that. Get the armor penetration. And it'll make Neural actually able to hurt some stuff.
I shall protect them from all harm.
No, no, no. Actually...
I am ready. Set out. Get behind me.
これ以上オリジニウムの乱用を許すわけにはいかないわ。
This is the shot.
Do they have armor? I don't even know. I was really contemplating building her on the other account. But we got Arketto. If I had not gotten Arketto, I probably would have built her.
Critical hit.
Our spirit's gonna die, but that's okay. What's her attack? 516. Is Orchid's higher? I feel like Orchid does more attack than that.
Perfect chance. Perfect chance. This is the shot.
Our Spirit's attack looks kind of cool, though.
Perfect. You all did well.
Alright. We're definitely going for the emergency.
No. 店閉めるの。
Alright.
出発か?
They're going so slow. From the card. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh man.
The wind is blowing in the right direction. Critical hit.
Are there no, I guess not. There's no archers in this one. Just the mortar guys. They're going so slow. I mean, it definitely makes it easier, but it's almost kind of annoying. I want them to go faster so that they can die faster.
Hi.
Feel the wind.
There we go.
大将、俺たちは大変なことをやってのけたんじゃないですか?
I've never used Valark Fin. I'm a little curious. This is really good. It costs a lot, though. We don't want to spend too much, but we are going to buy that. We're just actually going to take the bottom, even though that's like... spending is problematic. We're not going for the bear. We're just going for a regular old run.
As foretold.
So this is the one that has the casters on it. I can't reach them.
やってみましょう。水洗い。
The wind is blowing in the right direction. Critical hit. deliver my visions to the masses. We gaze from the beginning to the end.
This is the shot.
May the mountains prolong our fates.
He's gonna start moving really soon.
Critical hit.
Oh, can we get him? Nice.
May the mountains prolong our fates.
Perfect chance.
We
I
gaze
might be better off with skill
from the
2.
beginning to the end.
That skill doesn't seem to be able to cause necrosis fast enough.
I have no intention of setting my eyes on you.
He'll get necrosis though for sure. It might take a while, but he'll get it. And hopefully Jay will survive.
We gaze
Oh!
from the beginning.
Oh my god, it takes so many casts. Easy.
Perfect. You all did well.
We're actually gonna do a sculptor. Try the other skill.
戦いの相手は
出発か
I shall cover you.
安心してきっと大丈夫だから
The wind is blowing in the right direction.
This is the shot.
Please deliver my visions to the masses.
やってみましょ
This is the shot.
Please.
う水洗い
怖がらないで同胞たちすぐに着くから
Perfect chance.
May the lightning tear chaos apart.
Yeah, that way more reliably deals necrosis. How quickly does it charge? That's not bad. We will, we'll E2 him.
May the mountains
Or her.
prolong
Looks like...
our fates.
Valarquin is very, very androgynous.
Medic. あなたは私をこんな風に扱うの私にもこんな結末を迎えてほしいのかしら
Oh man. Well, Aya's cracked. We're gonna do the bottom for sure. That is tempting. We got 2 6 stars. She's kind of okay at E1. She's actually pretty busted for an E1 operator. I mean, sure, she's
How about a slice of lava cake?
she's one of the strongest 6 stars in the game as a healer. But if we're comparing 6 stars on like their E1 strength, she's really strong at E1. It's kind of insane. Actually do
Critical hit.
her first.
Get behind me.
I wonder if that's even better. That way or that way. Or that way.
I have received enlightenment.
Critical hit.
I have faith in you, Jay.
This is the shot.
Hi.
See, my E1J on this account is so much better just from the trust bonus than my other E1J. It's kind of insane.
Magma will dredge up originium veins. Keep your distance.
Now these things are just not a threat.
Critical hit.
やってみましょう。綿落とし。
Perfect chance.
Oops.
準備完了。
Please, may the lightning tear chaos apart.
Critical hit.
Easy.
あなたは私をこんな風にも使うの？私にも
Specialist and
結末を
medic.
迎えてほしいのかしら。本当にそう思っているのなら受け入れるわ。
I guess A is gonna be cracked. Nice. No vanguards. Well then. That'll be a little spicy.
I am ready. Set out.
The wind is blowing in the right direction. Feel the wind.
I have received enlightenment.
安心して。きっと大丈夫だから。
This might be spicy.
Feel the wind.
I am here. I am here. We gave from the beginning to the end.
Oh god.
歌の音はあなたたちの心に染み込んでいくわ。
Critical hit.
敵はどこ？
That armor penetration's nice on those crabs because they're actually really tanky. Like, really tanky.
This is the shot.
I got like... nothing to block down here. Oh, it's so ridiculous.
作戦はここまでよ。
はい。
This is the shot.
Oh, what'd I leak? Oh, they killed a guy, huh?
Feel the wind.
Please deliver my visions to the masses.
Feel the wind.
They're gonna kill another one, aren't they? You bastards.
I am. May the lightning tear chaos apart.
Critical hit.
Are you still concerned? Fate will bring back to you the enemies who escaped.
They... Oh, man. Alright, Jay. This'll be easy. Again, it's a little goofy with... Oh, it's this one. This is not what I was thinking.
I shall cover you.
じゃあこの宴会の歌に耳を傾けて
I'll stay vigilant. Feel the wind.
Please deliver my visions to the masses.
This is the shot.
準備完了。
I am regained
この部屋にいる同胞たちすぐに着くから
やってみましょう。
Magno will dredge up origin.
This is the shot. Perfect chance.
Please, accept my advice. I am regained from the beginning to the end.
Perfect chance.
はい。
Time to show them what we can do.
Easy, in a way.
Honor must be defended.
Feel the wind.
I don't actually think we need that. I think we'll be fine.
I am here. May the lightning tear chaos apart.
Perfect chance.
作戦は大地の力を。
Easy.
彼らも私たちの血族になって渇きの苦しみから解放される。これまでの生き方は
I mean, I can make the operators cost just ridiculously little. But I don't think we're going to run into cost issues. Medic, sniper, supporter, caster. This would be funny. Goodbye, Earth Spirit.
Less dawdling. Come on.
How do I have so few blockers?
彼らが武器で私を傷つけるとき、何を感じるのかしら。
That's a little troublesome.
Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles. Let's not stay too long.
The wind is blowing in the right direction.
じゃあ、この宴会の歌に耳を傾けて。
Critical hit! I shall cover you!
Melt away, life-depriving stone.
I only do what
That's not gonna work. She's not in range.
Feel the wind.
revitalize.
Critical hit.
I am here. We gaze from the beginning to the end.
Critical hit.
What? You've got time to take in the sights?
Will we get the skill up in time?
Critical hit.
It won't matter.
Please, we gaze from the beginning to the end.
She does enough raw damage as is. Nice.
Sights locked. Sorry, forgot to hold that back. Boring.
I wish that would actually show like the skill area. I think I know what it is, but I don't use Fiametta very often. She can be quite useful, though. We got nothing. Man, again, just pretty thin on the.
彼らが武器で私を傷つけるとき、何を感じるのかしら。
This is the shot.
Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles. Let's not stay too long.
Critical hit.
What? You've got time to take in the sights?
This is the shot.
Melt away, life-depriving stone.
I shall cover you.
I have no intention of setting my eyes on you.
I'm with you.
Hopefully this isn't. Yeah, that's enough to kill those guys. Holy crap! Dude, she's freaking slaying. Oh, because of the that's right. The health drain gives you an attack bonus. So all my dudes are hitting like wicked hard. What's hers? And that's multiplicative. So she's hitting for like 4K. Right? Oh, I guess it depends on where they're standing. Why don't you get red numbers with that skill? That's annoying. We're just shooting the hole. As you do.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Well then.
大将、これで終わりですかね。
I mean, we kind of do need, like, someone else, but I feel like we don't need another defender. We could go... The safe house is not incredibly useful to us. We'll go up and then to the emergency op. Oh, come on.
わかったわ。
I am ready. Set out.
I have received enlightenment.
The wind is blowing in the right direction. Awaiting your orders.
じゃあこの宴会の歌に耳を傾けて。
Magma will dredge up Originium veins. Keep your distance.
This is the shot. Get behind me.
Only do what I need.
Those particles have no place here. I'll send them away.
Perfect chance.
Her attack noise sounds cool, though.
Perfect chance.
She has, like, the bloop noise. I don't think that style of grenade launcher makes that sound, but, you know, who cares? It sounds cool. We love it from video games. That's like the sound of, like, the classic old school single shot grenade launchers.
Please, may
from,
the
like, World War II.
cleanse life and death.
This is the shot.
Boring. Sorry, forgot to hold that back.
Easy.
With your axe and whip,
Oh,
you
man.
have left your mark on the ice field.
Oh, come
Now,
on. We don't need
we
this.
can continue our journey forward.
Of course. We have no vanguards. I don't want to do this. Well, I don't have to do this. Because it is 8 o'clock. We are probably going to wrap it up right here for the day.
Run into any trouble, Doctor.
I know where to
Might,
go. I can handle myself.
Just collect this stuff. Do a quick glance. Hey, our gray is good.
What am I doing today?
大丈夫ですよ。一人でいるのは
And
平気です
call it a night here. Catch up on anime and other stuff. Am I going to do a
I hope you
review?
didn't run into any trouble.
I got to think of something to review. I do want to continue to advocate for some anime, but I didn't put forethought into it in advance. I knew I wanted to talk about Tsuyoku Hen, Rurouni Kenshin Tsuyoku Hen yesterday, but I didn't have something pre-canned for today, and I'm tired, so I'm going to call it here. I am going to think about some type of cobbled together schedule for coming out with curated content. I've decided on editing software. I'm going to get DaVinci because apparently there's a paid version and there's a free one. Apparently the free one does almost everything that people kind of say you need for YouTube videos. And if I need more, I can pay for it again if I get revenue from the channel at some point. That'll be the type of stuff that I spend it on. So it'll be hiring people for art. It'll mostly be paying people to do stuff to make stuff better. Paying for an editor if I ever get big enough. That would be something that would be nice to have, to be able to make stuff more efficiently. You know, I think it'd be cool to try and build a channel that actually puts out original content and whatnot. And again, you know, I love this game, and I'll do what I can to advocate for it, and hopefully, you know, have a voice in the community at some point. So we will wrap it up here. Peace out.